Previously on Persona 4 Arena.
You know, I'm gonna be funny and say you're no challenge at all.
Hey, that's me!
And now, back to the tournament.
Hello! It's LOI Games. As you can see, I'm back with some more Persona 4 Arena. Let's continue on, shall we? Die! Oh no! Ow! Ow! Oh! It didn't work! Try to hit me. Haha, you die. Aw, I wanted to end it like an epic battle. Yes, I would like to place a bookmark, thank you. Let's continue on. Onward with the battle! Sorry, I had to move the camera. It's a little bit, yeah. Pant.
Wowza! Now that's the sensei I know! That hunk of junk was no match for you!
For your information, she's a hot hunk of junk, okay?
Serves you right! Keep suffering! Friend against friend, beating the heck out of each other!
A machine with the power of a persona. So I just have to like change it. My camera and darn it. And my controller fell. Okay. A machine with the power of a persona. She was made to fight shadows, but I had no idea what she was capable of. I feel like my mind's been drained even more than my body. It angers me to see the general is watching over us with an expression of joy, as if we were some performers for his amusement. My camera's out of angle. There we go.
I don't know why you're making us fight, but it's pointless.
Whoops, I didn't react. I looked up and glared at the monitor. I don't know what you're making us fight, but it's pointless. Is what he said.
We aren't fighting because we hate each other. The reason we can fight is because we respect and trust each other.
That's what you need to learn, General Teddy. A low growl. That's the only sound I heard. The real Teddy never made such a hateful sound. It's actually rather scary.
Stupid! You're such a dumbass! What's with you?
I never knew you could change your voice. That's nice. The image on the monitor distorts along with that outburst. The general is having trouble remembering to act as someone else, and his face bulges and ripples disturbingly as his hate pours through the screen. Eddie present, copying that adorable stupidity of the real Teddy is gone now. I notice that the voice spitting out these hateful words are not Teddy's either.
Trust? So what if you don't hate each other? You're not like me!
And?
I was forced to fight against my will! I destroyed them with my own hands! You should all have to go through the hell I've suffered! See how it feels to destroy everyone you call a friend! If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have made the rules so you had to kill your opponent to move on!
Screw that rule. The general on the monitor continues to rage.
What are you talking about? Why did you set this tournament up?
Answer me. By the way, Johnny on Bosch is spot on. The moment I say that, I feel that all the dots have become connected. When Miss President asked out of the blue if we were going to be forced to kill each other, that ominous mutter of killing one another, were these both something that had come directly from her past? Maybe she has been forced to fight people she didn't want to fight. Has she been forced to destroy something that was precious to her? There's no way to know for sure, but it's possible. Considering this, it kind of explains why her shadow would have created a tournament like this. That's it. She wanted us to feel what she went through. I might not be entirely correct, but I feel like I'm close to the truth. Should I just ask General Teddy about my suspicions? But as I'm considering raising my voice, and
Pardon my eccentric entrance.
hi. Now that voice sounds a bit familiar as well. Someone comes crashing through the ceiling. What in the world? I rush over to Agnes to protect her from the falling debris. Knew it. When I look up, I see a young woman emerge from clouds of dust. While I'm not as strange as Agnes, she seems a little uncommon as well. But even beside that, why did she come through the ceiling? This room has doors. It makes no sense at all. I had been about to get to the heart of the matter with General Teddy, but the monitor in the room has been destroyed along with the ceiling. Though she seems oblivious to my confusion, the girl cocks her head and apologizes again.
Oh, please excuse me. I didn't have the faintest idea that someone would be here.
Why'd you crash through saying pardon the intrusion?
Faintest?
Come on!
Fame?
Faintest? Feigned?
Fiend?
What?
Something along those lines at any rate.
Learn your words. What the hell is she talking about? Who in the world is this person? Wait a second. That blue suit she's wearing, it looks familiar. And with that silver hair and golden eyes, could it be...
Are you from the Velvet Room?
Ma, is this what's known as being hit on?
What?
Forbidden ritual where one human approaches another based solely on appearance and bets on the inner self being equally attractive.
What?
What? No, I'm not hitting on you. You just remind me of someone I know.
Exactly. There's no need to go all into detail. Okay, so that actually sounds like I really was hitting on her. No, I need to stop thinking about that. In any case, I need to ask her
Do you
something.
happen to know anyone by the name of Margaret?
And tell the truth.
Margaret.
When she repeats the name, her face seems surprisingly youthful. I've been taken aback by her bizarre speech and actions, but could this girl be younger than me? Her profile invokes the image of a pondering philosopher and an innocent girl. I can't figure out how exactly to speak to her. Should I be more polite? I guess that doesn't matter too much. Anyway, worrying about the niceties isn't the most important thing right now.
No, actually, we should introduce ourselves first. I'm Yu Narukami.
I like how you said that. I'm Yu Narukami.
Oh, that had slipped my mind also. My name is Elizabeth.
Saw that coming.
Dear me, to hear that name fraught with memories in such a mundane, remote place.
She thinks of this world as a mundane place. That's confusing. Yasuinaba may be out in the countryside, but I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. The girl Elizabeth suddenly bows elegantly to me.
Margaret is indeed my sister's name.
Sister? Older?
Can I take that to mean that you are another guest of that room?
Another guess? I see. So she's Margaret's sister. That would explain why she reminds me of her.
Elizabeth-san, huh? Well, I guess that's the case. It's true that there was a time when I visited that room.
Yeah. Igor, Margaret, and now Elizabeth? It seems there are more people who call that place home than I thought. I think I'm glad I met Margaret last year instead of this girl.
Why is a resident of the Velvet Room here? Did Margaret send you with a message or something?
Did she?
I am currently utterly neglecting my duties.
Huh?
Is that so?
Yeah. That doesn't really tell me much, and I have no response anyway. So what possessed her to come blasting through the ceiling instead of the door? I mean, seriously, it's right there. I decide not to bother asking her that. I met so many different people over the last year, but trying to have a conversation with this girl is like trying to ride a wild horse. She's just going to ignore the direction I'm trying to steer us toward and just veer off wherever she wants. Best to just hold on and go along for the ride then. Maybe if I pay attention, she'll tell me something worth my time. Even if I try to ask her any questions, she'll likely just be confused anyway. Just as I'm having that thought, the girl seems to have noticed my hesitation and starts to talk about herself. Her eyes are lit up with a sincere passion. She really is a hard one to read.
I have a certain desire. It may take a very long time for it to be realized.
What's that desire, might I ask?
In order for my wish to be granted, I require a power much greater than what I have.
Huh. Would that power be the power of you, Narukami, the best there is, and Johnny Young Bosch?
The power of the wild card that changes bonds into strength. I have a feeling that the key lies there.
The wild card? I know we're the full arcana, but don't we have the wild card?
I know a little about the wild card, but
Yeah.
I feel that the first clue to granting my wish lies within that power.
Huh.
glue?
Yeah, do you want to stick something to something? Because I could probably help you. I got a lifetime supply of glue here with my crafting and all.
Flu?
Flu?
Influenza.
Influenza? Now you're just making words up.
Something along those lines at any rate.
What? That doesn't even make sense. She's having trouble coming up with the right words, but I can hear her sincerity in her speech. Probably. In other words, I think she means that the power of the wild card is related to her desire and came here. I don't think it's worth it to ask how she knew I had that power, or where she found out about it. Just as I'm struggling to follow the meandering path of her conversation, she brings up an outrageous suggestion.
Might I suggest that you and I fight?
What? What? Someone please tell me how she reached the conclusion that this is a good idea. I don't think I have a chance of talking her out of this though. But of course, I have to try, so I say, we're going to fight. Give me a break. Give me a break already. We're going to fight?
Oh, how excited this is making me. My expectations are ascending skyward at Mach speed. To be direct, I'd like for you to show me the potential slumbering within you.
Let me make sure of something, just in case. You understand what I'm saying, right? There's no illusions at work?
Is there?
Such parlor tricks can get stuffed.
Apparently, no.
I see. So you're actually in your right mind here. That's kind of, impressive.
Yeah, considering what I went through. Well, maybe she understood what I meant when I mentioned that illusion. The illusions. If that's so, then she at least must have an idea of what's going on around here. And even though she might understand it, she still wants to fight me. I wonder though, if she's unrelated to General Teddy's plan and invited herself to this tournament, do the usual rules apply? As I think about this, Elizabeth's son taps her foot on the ground and takes a fighting posture. She really does want to fight. The huge leather-bound book in her hand opens as if by itself. A torrent of power pours from the book with the blue light. I can't believe that this strange girl has such an unimaginable power. She seems so aloof. No, it may be more correct to call it an air of intimate violence.
Alright, I won't be able to hold back.
So you better prepare yourself for Johnny Yambosh's fighting ability. To be honest, I was really only saying it to get my hopes up of bluffing. I had absolutely no room to hold back in this fight. I hurried casting off my fear and focus on the upcoming battle. There's no room for doubt. I need to hit her with the full strength from the start. Even if I were to fight her with the with the intent of killing her, I'll be lucky not to end up dead myself. At least that's how I feel. Elizabeth-san calmly begins the battle.
Let us do this.
Begins the
Your
battle.
fate is in the cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh reference! Bookmarks! Yay! You! There! Now! Let's do this! Woohoo! It's just a fight, one fight after the other. Let's get started, shall we? Ow. Ah! Ow! Quit it already!
Okay, let's change things up.
Ow! Would you stop that?
Let's change things up. I will give it my all. You will see it.
Let's end this.
Alright, you got me in more trouble a bit, but I'll kill you either way.
Well done.
Well, that's the end of that. Place that bookmark, please, after that fight, because I did not want to do that again. That was actually quicker than I thought, actually. I don't want to do any of my fights over again. Huh. That's neat. Just as I thought, have imagined to throw her off balance. When I just thought I had managed to throw her off balance, Elizabeth's-son gets back up elegantly, as if nothing had just happened. Suddenly I feel an intense build-up in the air. Don't tell me she hadn't been taking this seriously at all up until now. And the next moment, I was swallowed in a torrent of power, like a leaf being blown into the air, without the slightest understanding of what happened. My vision blurred as I spun about, and before I can tell up from down, the floor jumps toward me, and I slammed into the ground. Am I going to lose? As my cautiousness fades, I see the faces of my friends and the Aga-san. All those I have fought against up until now. It's like that story that you see, your life flashes before your eyes just before you die. Am I dying? Can I really accept that? Let's see, what should I say? It's not over. I haven't lost yet. I'll fight as much as I have to, in order to save my friends. Both of these sound so horrible. I'll go for this one. I'll fight as much as I have to, in order to save my friends. I have to keep fighting. I've come so far. I can't lose heart now. I desperately force my legs to move and manage to stand up again. Elizabeth John shuts her book with the air of finality.
I see. I am quite content with this outcome. It seems you possess true strength.
The unyielding torrent of power suddenly ceases without warning. Is it over? Even as I come to understand that I continue to stand stock still, unable to
I
move.
believed you were at the limits of your stamina after the battle against Igus earlier. In actuality, your heart almost gave in during your struggle with me.
Well, you are tough.
But each time you faltered, the many hearts supporting you gave you strength, helping you to rise again.
They're my friends. I'll do anything for them. Don't get fluttered. She cuts herself off and nods to herself as if to confirm something.
This was truly an intriguing battle. I believe our encounter has borne much flute.
Much flute?
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 Flu?
What?
Chimneys.
That doesn't even make. That's not even the same
In
thing.
any case, I am quite pleased.
Flute, what? What is she saying? Even after a battle, she acts like that? I feel like a fool for believing that she really would have killed me. Even if it felt quite real at the time. I can't believe at any of this. My legs give out under me. Oh, my legs give out under me, and I sink to the ground. Maybe she understands how I feel. Elizabeth-san looks straight into
May
my
I
eyes.
ask you something?
Yes, what is it?
To continue fighting in order to prevent an undesirable future. It is a path of endless hardship.
Let me ask you something. How old are you?
Would you still choose to walk it?
I would go as far as I need to. Margaret had said something similar just before this tournament had begun. How I had overcome the ordeal concerning last year's case and opened the door. Margaret's and Elizabeth's sons' words come together in my mind.
Yeah. Working for a better tomorrow isn't just a one-time thing. The tomorrows keep coming.
No matter what, you just have to believe in your friends and take your own path. Opening the door is necessary, but it's not what truly important. What's more important is making sure that you follow the path that's beyond that door. Only once you have that path in mind does it matter whether you open the door or not. That's how I feel.
I would keep fighting for the future we want.
Elizabeth-san smiles at my answer. It seems the former dweller of the Velvet Room is pleased with my answer. She must have chosen a path of her own at some point, and is doing everything in her power to see it through. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, but I feel as if I'm able to understand her a little better now.
Well then, it's time for me to bid you adieu. By your leave, I, Elizabeth, am out of here.
Huh? With this, Elizabeth briskly walks out of the room. She causes me some more trouble. But I've learned something about myself as well. I think I'll call it a draw. As I wave goodbye to Elizabeth, I hear Agus-san get up on her feet behind me. Agus,
Are you alright? You shouldn't force yourself to move.
even if you're a machine, you still have to relax yourself. I was concerned at first, but Agus-san doesn't seem to be very hurt or damaged. Or whatever you would say. She was likely just knocked out. I had absolutely no choice of winning if I had gone easy on her. Either this is getting ridiculous.
You are very kind. We've only just met, and yet you are worried about a machine like myself.
You're a machine with a heart. You have a persona, meaning that you have a heart as well. And hearts don't have to just be your personas. Hearts are things that you carry. Hearts are things that you would cherish. Making friends, having a family, things that you wish to protect. That comes from the heart.
Isn't that normal?
Agus-san laughs at my confusion.
Seeing you smile like that, I don't know. I just can't think of you as a machine.
especially with that humanized face.
You have a heart, right? Then it doesn't matter whether you're man or machine.
True. Agason stops laughing and thinks deeply for a moment. But after a few seconds, she looks back up at me with a serious look in
You
her
have
eye.
defeated me in single combat. That will make it difficult for me to continue forward. But I believe I can trust you. Will you listen to my mission directive?
Yeah. I have no reason to say no. I look at Agnes square in the eye and nod reassuringly. And so Agnes told me about her directive, and it was truly surprising. There's another case involving personas and shadows outside of Inaba, even before our adventure last year. And she is a weapon with a heart, created with an express purpose of wielding a persona to fight the shadows. She believes that this current situation came to be because someone had stolen a similar weapon and caused it to enter the TV world.
So, there's another girl robot with a heart like you? And she's the cause of all this?
We came to this world to retrieve her. My older sister, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labris, is in this world somewhere.
The Labris? Nanako, Miss President, her shadow, and now Labris. I have a mountain of tasks to accomplish now. But even though I have a lot to do, I can't ignore
Tell
any
me
of it.
more about Labris, and I'll do what I can to help you get her back.
Unfortunately,
Agason's expression clouds. She says that she was a machine, but that she really is no different from a human. As I'm listening to her, I think about what that means in my search for Labris. It's not helpful.
So you don't know what she looks like, what she can do, or what equipment she's loaded with.
That will make it more difficult. Basically, all she can tell me is that Labris is a robot who's built to look like a girl. Wait a second. I did meet a girl. I don't know if the TV world... Miss President! Could Miss President be Labris?
Is there a possibility that she looks, well, more human than you? You mentioned earlier that she was your older sister, so I assume she was built before you, but...
my sister was an older model, a prototype for the 5th generation to be exact. It's doubtful that she would look more human than myself.
Then, there's no way Miss President could be Labris. I could tell at first glance that Agus was a machine. Miss President appears to be completely human. I never once considered that she might not be human until just now. But that just makes things even more complicated. What in the world is going on inside this TV?
Alright, in any case, I'll keep an eye out for her. But right now, I'm heading to the announcement room. If Labris is the cause of this, then I'm bound to meet up with her eventually.
I shrugged slightly. I don't want to be so grave. Agus must sense I was trying to do and smile.
Thank you. I will trust my sister's fate to you.
Of course. I gave Agus a determined nod and run out of the classroom. But man, what a busy golden week. I have to make sure Nanako's okay, find Miss President, unmask whoever is this masquerade as Teddy, and now search for Labris somewhere in here. If this wasn't happening, I'd be kicking it with my friends at Junes Food Court. Yukiko seems to be trying to be coy, but I'm pretty sure that big bundle she was carrying was probably boxed lunches she had made. As to how they might taste, well, let's not get sidetracked. I'm sure we all have enjoyed them anyway. Eventually, I would have called Nanako over, and we would have brought some snacks together. There were things I wanted to buy from Shiruku store, and maybe I could have made something at Sozai Daidaku in time to buy the last of their special croquettes. I wanted to talk to the owner of Deidara. and get some books from the bookstore. I have had the steak bowl at Aya, hung out with the fox at the shrine, wait for my uncle so we could have dinner, and tomorrow I was gonna go on fishing. If the one who ruined my vacation and caused all this problem is the same person who stole Labras, and if they truly brought Naruto back into the TV world, I will catch them. No matter what.
They're not getting away from me.
As I run on, I came across yet another blue door. Perhaps it's a sign that I need to calm down. Truly, I may have lost my cool for a
Someone
moment.
here? Again?
I reached towards the door and relaxed my smile. Margaret is in her usual position. I glance around to see if there's anyone else here. It looks like her nutcase of a sister isn't here. Margaret noticed me looking and sighs. A seductive sound that also conveys annoyance.
It seems my sister has caused you some trouble. Though this may mean that I'm not the only one who is drawn to the light of your potential.
There's a hint of tenderness towards her sister in her words. Her sister must be important to her. I can tell from the look on her face. Do I look like that I went to... Do I like that when I talk to Naruto? Do I look like that when I talk to Naruto? Margaret pulls herself together and speaks
You
again.
have gained a new resolve by overcoming many doubts and falsehoods.
A new resolve. I find myself nodding along.
You have reached the threshold of truth. But man's hearts are mutable. That is why a resolve to continue fighting is more important than any one victory or defeat.
Yeah, I understand.
But this will be a difficult battle without end. Are you equal to the challenge?
I can surpass the challenge if need be. The way she puts it makes it seem like she was testing me. I don't respond immediately and think about the question. It would be lying to say I'm not worried. I know that my heart can be swayed by change. There's no knowing what will happen from moment to moment. But even then,
If I have my friends, if I'm not alone, I can do it.
I see.
Margaret nods slightly and responds.
I have heard your answer, but it's not enough.
I see. I have to do more searching then.
Remember what I told you before? The heart is shaken more by a single action than by 1,000 words.
So what I believe you're saying is that even something that you do or something that someone else does to you or to anyone can change who you are completely. Can change what you feel and can change your mind about everything. As she smiles, my vision begins to blur. I hear her words being repeated. I have reached the threshold of the truth. Even this happened during the course of this case runs through my mind. The new appearance of the TV world. This tournament pitting us against each other. The student council president and a fake Teddy. My encounter with a weapon with a heart, Agus, searching for a sister, Labras, and the determination that I've gained through the consistent battles. What must I accomplish? What have I done through my changes, through my actions? I'm gonna have to end it here, guys. Like and favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe to become part of the archives, and I'll see you all later.